Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you are welcome. My name is Anita Phone, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified each and every time I upload a new tutorial to my channel. If you're a old member, you are welcome back. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on how to draft this sleeveless square neck top step by step. So if you want to know how I'll be going about it, keep on watching. First thing I would do is to go ahead and draw a straight line, which is going to be my shoulder line. I will take my shoulder measurement, which is 14. 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. I will minus half inch from there. Then I'm going to slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. I'm going to move now to my armhole deep, which is 7.5. If you don't know how to get your armhole deep, divide around your bust by 6, then you add 1.5 inch to it. Whatever you get, that is your armhole deep. After doing so, go ahead and connect it up like this. Next thing I'm going to do is just to connect it up like so. For now, I will measure up whatever I have from here and divide that by 2, which is 7.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.075. I'm going to go in by half inch. I'll come here, I'll put 1/4 of my bust. Round my bust is 34. 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5 inch. I will mark that up and I'm going to connect these 3 points up. I will go ahead now to measure from my shoulder to my bust point, which is 10 inch. From my shoulder to my under bust, which is 13.5 inch. And from my shoulder to the length of this top, I'm going to go with 16 inch. After doing so, I'll go ahead to connect it up with a straight line. After connecting that up, I'll go ahead now to put my nipple to nipple. My nipple to nipple is 8 inch. I'll divide it by 2, which is going to give me 4. I'll go ahead and mark that up and connect it all the way straight. When I'm done connecting that up, I'll come here, I'll go in by half inch and here by 3/4 inch. I'll do the same thing here and my under bust. I'll come to my bust point. I'm going to go down by 3/4 inch, but you can go down up to 1 inch. After doing so, I'm going to go ahead, I will connect that up. I'll go out here by half inch and half inch. But later on, I decide to go up by 1 inch from my chest line. You can go up to 2 inch, depends on you. Then I'm going to connect this line up like this with a straight line. Then I'll go ahead and create up my dot of half inch both sides. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect that up. When I'm done connecting that up, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead now. I will come here, I'm going to connect it all the way straight, like so. I'll come here, I'll put 1/4 of my bust measurement. Round my bust is 34. 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I'll replace back the dot allowance. Then I'll come to my under bust. I will divide round my under bust by 4. Round my under bust is 30. 30 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5. I'll replace back the dot allowance I took. I'll come here to the waist. I'll divide around my waist by 4. Around my waist is 28. 28 divided by 4 is going to give me 7. Then I'll replace back the dot allowance I borrow. Once I'm done doing so, I'll go ahead and connect those points up. After connecting it up, I want to make sure that everything is straight. I don't want to have anything looking funny along the line. I will come here. I'm going to go down by 3 inch, but you can go down by 3 or 4 or 5 inch, right? Once I'm done doing so, I want to go ahead and put in my darts. So when I connect it, I won't have any shortage of pattern. Now at this point, you can choose to connect it all the way to that waistline, or you can choose to go up by 2 inch more. All right. So I'm going to place my French cuff like this, and I'm going to go ahead and just connect it all the way to that waistline. Then I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This way, when I cut it, I won't have any shortage of a pattern. Once I'm done doing so, I'm going to go ahead now. I will draft the back. I'm just going to go ahead and connect these lines up with a straight line like this. I'll roll this other line as well. I'm going to do the same thing to the waistline. After doing so, we're going to go ahead now to draft up the back pattern. And remember, I haven't added. I will take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. My shoulder measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 6. I will minus ½ inch from there. Then I'm going to slant it down by 1 inch. I'll go ahead and connect it up like this. After doing so, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and connect these points up here. I will measure up whatever I have here, which is 7.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.075. Then I'm going to come here. I will take put 1/4 of my bust. Round my bust is 34. 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5 inch. I'll connect it from the back like this. After doing so, what I'm going to do is to measure up whatever I have here. Then I will also mark it up to the back. After marking that up, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and connect that up. But before I go ahead to connect it up, remember for the front we did went up by 1 inch, so we're going to do the same thing to the back. This point here, like this, which was 1 inch that went up, we're going to do the same thing to the back. Okay, mark that up and connect that up. Then we can go ahead now to connect up the straps. Now I will go ahead now to put the nipple to nipple, which is 8 inch. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4. I will mark that up here. I'm also going to do the same thing here. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect it up. I will create up my dart of ½ inch and ½ inch here. Then I'm going to connect it all the way to the chest line. Now I'm going to put 1/4 of my round bust, 1/4 of my under bust like I did for the front, 1/4 of my waist. And replace back the dart allowance like we did for the front. After doing so, I'll go ahead to connect that up, then I will cut it up. Now this part here is optional. If you want your center side front to have like 2 pieces, you go ahead and just shear it up like this, and you're going to place it up, okay? But if you don't want it, you just go ahead and leave it up like that. But for me, I want to go ahead and divide mine into 2, so I'm going to come here to the underbust line. I'm going to go out by 0.25 here, all right? 0.25 both sides. Altogether is going to give me 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to go ahead and just connect it up like this. I'll do the same thing here. Just connect this that up like this. Then I'm going to go ahead and level them up 1, 2, 3 up to 5. Like I said, this part here is optional. Then we're going to go ahead now, cut that up. Today I decided to go step by step for this tutorial so that beginner will be able to understand on how to draft this pattern. In my next tutorial is going to be the sewing tutorial. If you notice, I did not add any sewing allowance. I'll be doing so when I'm cutting it on my fabric. So if you've watched this far and you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next DIY. Bye bye.